Hello everybody and welcome back to Autocraft! I'ma be real, I know it's been a hot minute since I last made a video. What can I say? I have been busy. I did try to make a couple of videos before I went on holiday for a while, and it didn't go as planned in any shape or form. The first video that I was going to try and make was me clearing out a ocean monument and only using a leaf block as a weapon. And no. Yeah, that happened quite a lot of times, and I'm now up to like 102 deaths. I died more times fighting the Guardians than I did fighting the Ender Dragon, which is saying a lot. I did at some point manage to kill one Elder Guardian, and I did get a sponge. I'ma be real, I don't know where that's gone. So I scrapped that video idea entirely, not just because I struggled to kill the Guardians, but also because I realized that they are not bear friendly, and I didn't realize that, simply because I've not really tried to fight Guardians before. So I decided that my next video would just be me chopping logs for 10 hours, because I figured if you guys have watched my video of me fishing for 10 hours straight with no commentary, there's a very good chance that you're going to watch me chop down trees for 10 hours straight. But then that changed as well because I had to wait for the trees to grow, and I'm far too impatient for that. So I just kind of gave up with that idea as well. And trust me, I didn't like giving up, but it just didn't feel like the videos were right. They just felt like general slop that anyone can make, as opposed to the top tier slop that I create for my audience, aka you guys. So now I'm in this weird situation where I'm like, well, I don't know what to do now because I gotta continue working on my base, but I've also got to continue stocking up my shop because people are still buying logs and stuff. But I want to work on my base because my base is such a cool idea, but I haven't actually done anything on it for like a month. And at some point I need to make a proper shop idea for when we finally get a shopping district, but like, I don't know what I'm gonna do for that. So at the moment I'm just kind of stuck in a whole lot of, I don't know, scariness. And I figured if I just push myself to make a short little update video or like some kind of Minecraft content, then I can get back into the swing of making videos. Because I don't know if you've ever been making videos before and then you take an unexpected break or an unexpected break, but it becomes unexpectedly long. And then you try and make videos again, but dang, inspiration be gone. And not in a good way. But yeah, that's kind of where I've been. Well, not been, but like, it's where I'm currently situated. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna keep on, like, instead of making weekly videos, I'm just gonna make videos when I feel like they need to be made. Which hopefully is gonna be fairly soon, because my world is kind of imploding a little bit and I need the distractions. One thing that I could do is I could just mine out this entire chunk that I'm looking at here, once I've got past all the water, of course. That's gonna be the biggest pain in the butt to get through. But then, like, you would just be listening to me and my bizarre ramblings, but maybe I could get like some guests on for that. Turn it into an almost kind of podcast kind of type thing. Oh hey, look. It's the sponge. I also haven't seen my beloved boy Woody Mallows for a while, so it's nice to see this guy come back to face. I'm so tired. Not much mangrove. Don't need any jungle. I don't need that in there because that's meant to be shroom lights. Alright, so that's warped, so that means this is spruce. Let's put in a little bit of spruce. And then I'm full of... I don't remember putting oak in the middle. I never normally do that. Wait, has someone else been stocking my shop? Because I always leave the middle one free for the shroom lights. That's weird. I haven't been growing oak. What is this? At 2 Chopper Forest, enjoy the stock, FC. Boy's been busy. Ooh, thank you. That'll be why there was weird amounts of logs though. I gotta say, the server's a bit quiet at the moment. I might have to change that. That's death. Okay. Where is safe up area? This a nice... Yeah, this is it. This looks a bit different. I need to get my nether portal up on the roof. I really need to do that at some point. Oh, by the way, while I was on holiday, right? About a year and a month ago, so like 13 months, yeah, I saw a really cool thing when I was on holiday. And I say it was a really cool thing. I'm gonna make it sound far more interesting than it actually is. And it's like this hand sculpted piece of wood that has been transformed magically into a little rock pool. And there was like a little net, there was like a little sausage roll thing, there was like a little starfish or something in the rock pool, and it looked so cool and I really wanted to buy it. But we were moving really quickly and there's a really rude train going past at the moment, which is how rude. But also there was like a little, there's a bit of seaweed, there was some oysters. I think there was a little crab, I can't quite remember. And I was gonna buy it, but I was really busy and I was like zooming through like the shopping area. This is in real life, by the way. And I was so excited to see it the next day because I knew that I was gonna be in town the next day and I was like, maybe I can buy it now. And so I had to look around for it and I couldn't find it. And it turns out that stall only appears on the weekends. And I was like, oh no, because the day that I saw it was a Sunday. And the day that I turned up to the market afterwards was a Monday. So yeah, that doesn't make Bear happy. I was very sad about that, I'm not gonna lie. But my dad and my mum have been out to the same area again sporadically. And they've been keeping an eye out for it because they knew how much I loved it. And I really loved it. Like almost far too much loved it. And so my dad was looking out for it, my mum was looking out for it, and they would visit through other months. And they couldn't find it, and they didn't know if I was like making it up or if it was a genuine real thing. And I was like trying to convince them that it was a real thing. And they just didn't find it, so they didn't believe me. And then this year when I went on holiday, I went to the same market on a weekend in August, and I found it, and I bought it, and I spent money like a true proper adult kind of person does. I also spent about 30 quid on chocolate, which sounds like a lot of money. Trust me, I get it. But the chocolate is really good quality. You know what I need over here in my main base area? I really need like a little campfire. I really need to work on that biome over there. Because basically that biome is just going to be like a snow one, but this one is going to be like a little ocean one or something. Maybe you could have like a little shipwreck, or maybe you could have like part of an ocean monument, which means at some point in the future I'm going to have to be brave and clear out an ocean monument. Also, yeah, I have had sugar recently, which is why I'm speaking it far too fast, so if you need to slow me down, go for it. But I gotta say, I'm really excited to be back in content creation mode. I just gotta edit this and make it seem like a video that's coherent. Oh, look at me using big fancy words, coherent. I don't know what it means, but it sounds fancy. Oh no, I vaguely know what it means, but I don't want to have a very uneducated guess. Did I miss the fish? I feel like I missed the fish. I was putting something in the bin. Did I put something in the bin? I did put something in the bin, but I didn't catch a fish. What am I doing? Am I okay? I'm very sleep deprived. I haven't stopped doing things. I haven't actually had like a downtime day for a while. Also, starting September, this is very exciting. This video is hopefully going out the very last day of August, which is a Sunday. Yes, maybe it can go out tomorrow. Tomorrow being Friday. Maybe I can get a video out on a Friday. Anyway, before I get far too distracted, I'm going to try and make kind of like a stream schedule because I have this content guilt of like if I play Minecraft without recording, I feel guilty for doing so. So I'm going to make it like a normal working day kind of thing. So if I'm playing Minecraft and I'm recording, I can only record or stream during the working hours, which would be like 9 o'clock to 5 p.m. 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Because then my brain can be like, oh hey, this is business time. And then like when I'm playing games that I don't typically record, I can be like, oh hey, this is downtime, this is fun time, this is good. I say that and I'm recording at like 8 p.m. So, but it doesn't start yet because it's still technically in August. But that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm going to try and have a working schedule because, well, not a working schedule, that's far too dramatic for me. But I want like a time scale for me to work at, so I'm not constantly feeling guilty or pressured into making content when I want some downtime. Also, it would be nice to just play games with my friends, even if I'm not making videos or anything. Or, you know, I'll be able to play games with my friends and not feel guilty about it. And even if I'm not recording or like streaming during like 9 to 5, I could be using that time to edit. Because then I'd still be productive. That'd be very good. Again, this is not going to go into effect until September, which is really convenient for me because I'm out all day tomorrow. Tomorrow being a day of August. Also, I'm probably not going to create content on the weekends apart from maybe Saturdays in the future. But again, that'll be the 9 to 5 spare time kind of schedule thing. Right, okay. What have I actually done? I've kind of restocked the shop. I really need to figure out how to make a mangrove tree farm. Has anyone done that before? If not, I guess we can work on it together. I say that, and we're not going to do that at all. Basically, in terms of productivity, I've cut down 3 trees and that's it. But I did also yap for about far too long. Also, I kind of want to do that effect more of like a split tree down the biome. I think this is going to be a good idea though. And thank you all very much for listening to me yap on and on. And I'll see you in the next video, which should hopefully be at some point in September. Ooh, the future. Alright, goodbye. Why do I always end up looking down on myself? Looking down on me, under pressure. Oh, that's how I feel actually.